Hey, what's going on, y'all? I just want to tell you about something that's actually really exciting for me because I made a video on this. It's called the double slit experiment. It's an experiment that has to do with light and figuring out whether light is a particle or a wave. So it turns out the double slit experiment shows that when observed, light becomes a particle. It collapses into particle form, but before it's observed, light is a wave form, or it's an energy or a frequency, you could say. In John 1, 118, the book of John 118, I went over this in my last video. John says that no one has seen God besides the only Son, who is God himself. He has revealed him. So he's saying that Jesus reveals who God is. No one has seen God is referring to no one has really understood or perceived God besides the only Son who has revealed God to us. I'm thinking that God the Father can be sort of equated with light before it's observed, before it's really known, before it's really perceived. And Jesus is God when light collapses. He's the light of the world when light is particle form. He's the light of God when we are observing that light. When we see Jesus, we are seeing God in human form in a way that we can perceive God. He reveals God to us. Jesus is revealing God to us. He is God revealed to us. It's crazy to me. I spent so many years being interested in this double slit experiment in quantum physics, but I'd never really thought about Jesus being the light of the world, Jesus being the light of God in heaven, Jesus being our light in heaven, Jesus possibly being the light when God says, "Let there be light," because guess what? That light came before the luminaries, before the stars and the planets, so I'm thinking that light was Jesus. But Jesus also being the one who reveals God to us, who is God himself, he's that light when it's made into physical for us that we can see. And I think the angel of God is that too. He's God appearing in a human form for people so that we can understand him, so that we perceive God. So an interesting little perspective there for you today. I hope it made sense to y'all. I know it doesn't fully make sense to me either. I'm not a quantum physicist, though, nor am I a New Testament scholar or a theologian. I'm just a guy who loves Jesus. Remember that, y'all. If you have any differences in perspective, I'd love to hear your comments about it in the comment section. Besides that, go read the historical biographies of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John surrounding the life of Jesus Christ. That's where we can find historically accurate information about what Jesus actually taught, as is recorded by the eyewitness testimony. Stay blessed, everybody. God bless y'all.